1908, Henry Ford invented the Model T automobile. By 1950, over 40 million cars were on the road in the United States. In 1958, a creative means was invented to destroy them.
What's the matter with these people? Are they awake? Come on! Let's run them out! Show them what we're gonna do! We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
This is a story about the sport of demolition derby. The object is simple. 25 cars try to destroy each other on a small dirt track. The last car running is the winner.
You might better just get him back away from the car, guys. If it's not a real trap, we will step right down through and pick out the best to show. How about
Delaware County, New York is farm country. 47,000 people live in an area slightly bigger than the state of Rhode Island, 140 miles north of New York City. Every year in August, the town of Walton hosts a country fair. Farmers bring vegetables and livestock to compete for prizes and prestige. But the most popular event of the fair, by far, is the Demolition Derby.
I'm not sure where the first idea came up with, but I do remember going to a fair convention, which we have every year in Syracuse, and we get together, and if you've got something new or a new show that you want to sell to the fair, you make sure you go to the Syracuse thing. And I remember them coming up there and saying, boy, they got this new thing that's going to draw a crowd. And I really remember thinking that, well, it probably wouldn't last long. You know, this is something that's going to last for 1 year or two and fade out. And so even I've been amazed at how long and how big the sport has got. I was to a fair the other night, and a car had a gas tank in original position, and it hit real hard, and it blew up. And the flames roared right out around the car, and it went way up in the air. And the kid that stood right in front of my wife and I, the kid said, now I got my money's worth. And that's what he come for. He wanted to see, just the crashing and the smashing. And, the louder and the harder they hit, the more these people love to see that happen.
Hey, guys, red flag, we gotta fire down quick!
In 1966, the Demolition Derby came to Delaware County. It caught on in no time and soon became an integral part of the local fair, which has been entertaining folks for more than 100 years. The fair is the town's big social event and provides residents with an opportunity to get off their farms and sidestep the hard work and monotony of everyday life. People compare ideas on farming and agriculture, compete for prizes and distinction, and enjoy numerous diversions. When the Derby came along, it not only became a cultural institution, but provided the frequently financially troubled fair with a much-needed monetary boost. The Derby brings in a big paying crowd, which helps support other less lucrative aspects of the fair.
I think this is the 27th year of the Derby at Walton Fair. We started out with just one night, and I think that lasted about 2 years, and it got so big that we went 2 nights. These guys here, they're my crew that checks out the cars. I started out running when the guy from Syracuse came down here. I'm not familiar with his name. I run a Hudson Hornet that year. It felt good till about next morning when I got up. And then I hurt for about 3 days afterwards. It's just like being in a motor vehicle accident. You might not show any pain the night of the accident, but next morning you get up, you wonder where all the aches and pains come from. We've got some guys that probably run in it ever since the first Derby that still run into it. They just don't give it up like I did. I kind of had to give it up because of my bone structure don't take that kind of beating. And my age don't take that kind of beating either.
My boyfriend kind of thinks I'm crazy. He thinks that he should be doing, if anything, he should be doing this, but I really don't know if he'd actually do it or not. If he had a car, would he really do it? I'm not sure.
You know, everything makes you worry when you see somebody take a good hit like that. Even if you don't know them, you wonder if they're all right, because these big cars, quite often, they get right up and go. I have just as much fun watching as I think I would running, so it's just a lot cheaper to watch.
It's safe. It's a safe sport. It's safer than driving down the road. Maybe a minor cut or bruise or something like that, but I've never seen anybody get killed yet.
I was knocked unconscious. My car was just sitting there, and he came from one end of the truck all the way to the other, backing up, and he hit my car so hard that it bounced like right up off the ground and turned it around. And it just like knocked me out for like a few seconds, and it cut my leg and got my leg caught between my seat and my door. I grew up in Hamden. I grew up in these, what people would say, sticks. My whole life I've lived here, and basically, I mean, there's nothing here. We have a store and a gas station. The nearest town is 9 miles away, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love living up here. I love my horses. It's really peaceful, you know, and everybody's friends. No one, you know, when something happens to somebody, they all get together. It's just, I wouldn't trade living in the country for anything. I love it. My dad stopped doing it, and because he became a fair director, and he was like, well, he goes, you're 16 now, you want to try it? I was like, sure, I'll try it.
Used to be like father like son, well now it's like father like daughter. Roger's been running them ever since I know him, probably even before I've known him, and she just wanted to be like Dad, I guess.
My dad and I kind of work together on this. He gets the cars ready, and I run them.
I just get them going for her. You know, it's kind of impossible for her to do it, not being mechanically inclined. When a car don't work, then it's Dad's fault. When she does something wrong, it's still Dad's fault.
We never really got along before, and then when I started doing demolition derbies, he was just like, that was it, you know. I was the best, you know. He had something to actually converse with me about. You know, he could talk to me about this, and you know, we'd get along, and I'd come down and I'd help him work on it, and we'd actually be together, and we'd get along great.
Now, when she wins, then I did everything right. Then I'm good. But when she doesn't win, then I didn't do the car right. Last year was her first derby, and I was quite proud because the car didn't start. She got hit and it quit, and she looked all around. There was probably 1,500, 2,000 people there, and she looked around the whole crowd until she found me. As far away as I was, I told her what to do to make the car run, and she started up, and she ended up second.
My dad just like, he was so happy, he just like drugged me right out of the car. He just picked me up and pulled me out of the car, so. But everybody was really happy, and I thought it was cool.
I work up here at Northeast Wholesalers as a manager of a plumbing store. And we're closed for 2 weeks. And I used to come down here and work here days, help him get finished up. Then I work nights on my car. This whole week, forget it. I come home with grubby pants and grubby shirts and oil and stuff all through my hair and stuff. So.
This is his first derby. So this ought to be a good one. Carr's got more experience than he does.
Yeah, I am a little nervous. It is my first year of demo. What got me into it is my brother's always bragging because he's always in it. And I always helped him out, hooking his cars and stuff up. And so I said, heck, well, I'll get my feet wet and try it this year.
Maybe he'll get beginner's luck and he'll bring Dibble's Garage home a trophy. Maybe he'll get scared and jump out and run. That has happened.
Everyone around here does derbies. The neighbors, they're into derbies. My dad was doing derbies. It's a community effort by a lot of people because there's a lot of people up here that run in it, and it's just like a big time. You know, the whole month of August is just really big for up here because everybody's working on cars and getting ready and getting them painted. And me and my friend Amy, we were the only two girls up here, and we were just like, let's do this, let's try this, let's show the guys we can do better. So one year, I turned 16 and I ran and she ran. And
last year, our neighbor Lisa Dibble was involved in the Derby, and she and our daughter Amy were in the same heat.
I just wanted to sort of keep up with my brothers and keep up with some other people who told me that I wouldn't be able to do it.
When it gets down to the last two cars running, the two cars have to hit each other. And Lisa and Amy were friends, and Amy didn't want to hit Lisa at all. And everybody said, finally, you've got to hit her if you're going to win this. And so she did.
We're not afraid to hit each other.
We got involved with the Delaware County Fair maybe 30 years ago, showing cattle with our children who were in 4-H. And then as they grew up, they thought the Demolition Derby looked like a lot of fun.
I want to drive a Chevy when I get old enough to go on the Derby.
I want to be a farmer when I grow up, and I want a Derby, a Chevy, and pallet.
It started out as a joke. I refused to even go and watch him. But my husband talked me into buying a ticket and sitting in the grandstand. And of course, after seeing one Derby, you're kind of hooked.
It's unbelievable. It's the biggest drawing feature that any of these fairs have. And my boys love it, and and they enjoy fixing cars, and they do a good job with it, and it's good for them, I figure, it takes their mind off other things, and they work at the cars, and, it's kind of, you got to have something for outside interest, just steady work all the time. Well, I've been working on this farm probably since I was 5 or 6 years old. You did everything by hand. You used the horse and wagon, you shoveled everything by hand, you throwed all the silage out by hand. Well, I get up about 5:45 in the morning, you milk, and then this time of year there's crops to get in, hay to mow, and we cultivated corn, and, fill silos, and plenty to do. Got 5 children, and 2 of them stayed on the farm, and 3 of them work outside the farm. And 4 of the children have been involved in the Derby for about 20 years. Well, the oldest one started 20 years ago.
Dave was the first one that ever started Derby, and he was about, I can't remember, 17, 18 in the family that ever derbied. And then the next year, Phil, he decided he was going to get involved, which he was like 16 or 17. I almost think he had to get consent from mom or dad to do it. And I said, well, this looks like a lot of fun, so I started doing it. But the whole family's involved with it. Mom and Dad help, they look for cars for us all year long.
We often drive around the countryside, and he'll say, oh, look, there's a 75 Chevy. Maybe we can get that one. That looks good. And I try to say, no, let them do their own thing. Don't get involved. But he does. He gets involved in it, too.
Bought this car that Phil had last year for a wedding present, and he says, Dad, that's not much of a car. And I think he got right up to, well, he got second, but it was just a matter of time at Walton last year.
My brother Dave is up here and works as part of the farm here. He milks in his own barn and works hard, but his main hobby for the last 15, 20 years has been running a Demolition Derby. So
I was born deaf, and I tried lip reading when I was 8 years old at a camp near Ithaca, and I worked on the farm when I was about 12, 13 years old, and I worked down in New York City for 2 or 3 years, and when I was 20 to 23 years old, and then I came back to work on the farm full time.
We've got kind of a little rule, we don't spend over $100 on them. If we've got to spend more than that, we'll leave it right there. But we would never be able to get them there if it wasn't for the farm, and that's my brother Bill and my dad. If it wasn't for the farm here, we wouldn't have any place to work on them. So I mean, they're part of it too, because it's the tools here in the shop and all that, and it comes in kind of handy to have all this stuff to pull stuff around with and lift cars up and down with bucket loaders and all that stuff. So the whole family's involved with it in a lot of ways. You know, when Andy and Trevor are ready to do it, I'll get a car ready for them and wish them all the best luck. I've done it, you know, for everybody else, and if they want to do it, they're more than welcome to do it.
When you watch the Derby, you get to see people go up and get their trophies. When I get to be a teenager, I want to be in the Derby, but I still want to show cows. And then when I get older, I want to be a farmer, and I want to be a writer. I usually wake up at 6:30, and I go down and mix up the milk and feed the calves, and I let the cows out to graze, and I unload hay in the afternoon, and I help put the cows back into the barn, and I help milk them. I like the Derby because it's fun to watch, and it's time to get away from the cows.
I think it was neat when my aunt won the Derby last year.
I started in the Demolition Derby 3 years ago because I'd watched my brothers do it for 10 years, and a lot of people told me that I was too scared and probably wouldn't go through with it, that I would probably get in there and shut the car off. I think in my case it's probably about 50% luck and 50% my brothers fixing the cars for me. First year that I went over and I signed up for the Derby, I came back and I said, well, Bob, I did it. Nobody said I would, but I signed up, so what are you going to do for me? And he said, okay, let me show you what to do. And he gave me this big, like, cutting torch thing to try to cut a seat out of a car. And I was there for 5 minutes, and he said, forget it, go in the house. He said, you're not helping me, you're in the way.
When my sister started running, I was nervous that she might not really have any idea what it was all about. You know, you think it's easy and fun and games till you get out there and get banging around, and you can get a stiff neck or a pinched arm or something like that in there.
And I said, no way. I absolutely couldn't stand it, and she could not run in the Derby. But her brother said, oh yes, she should run in the Derby, we'll fix the car for her.
Yeah, my daughter, when she started on Derby, it didn't bother me any, but I think it really bothered her mother.
Dave and I set up a car for her, and she went down and did a real good job, and I said, well, heck, she seems to enjoy this, maybe she ought to do it more often. We kind of nicknamed ourselves up here the Hamden Hill Boys, and now girls, because we have 2 girls that do it. And there's other groups of people, and their rivalries.
There's really no name for our group. There's 4 of us. We've known each other for a long time. We like to work at my father's place quite a bit. ZZ's got the torches and all that stuff there to work on them. I've been working in a body shop now for, well, close to 10 years. I worked with my father in a body shop during school and after school. And you get these cars in and you can see the way they bend and how the construction of them is. You know what kind of car to buy because you know how they hold up and where they do bend.
I want to be a movie actor. If I can't be an actor, I want to drive in a demo derby.
I just wanted to go out and see what it was like and see how it was to be hit and more or less be in a real accident. Once I did it for the first time, it's addicting. You just got to keep doing it. Every once in a while, when it gets around derby time and you haven't started working on a car, you pull in a parking lot at work and you just feel yourself driving towards the car, or you just kind of want to hit it just for something to do.
He'd been wanting to do it since he was little. He used to lay out here in the front lawn and watch the derby cars go by, him and his neighbor, friend. And he just always wanted to be in it.
I have a lucky hat that I wear only for the derby. I never wear it anywhere else, only for the derbies. It's just something that I feel that I need to have good luck with, and the only time I wear it is the day of the derby.
I drive a Demolition Derby car during the summer. This is the place where I work on it there. Hillside Body Shop. Bill Banks is the owner. He likes to work on them here. He's probably worked on probably 15, 20 cars here in the last 4 or 5 years, helping us getting them ready there. He likes to help out there. If we got a problem, he'll come out and try to figure it out. If we can't figure it out there, he'll figure some way of getting it out there. He's good with the older cars.
Oh yeah, I help them all out. Anybody wants some help on their car, I most generally give them a hand, you know. I'm a kid too. This is my boy's car right here that I'm getting ready for the demolition onto it. Because he don't have time now to get it ready, being he's working, you know.
We usually buy a car for right around $100, give or take a little bit. Usually put maybe $50 in it with the entry fee, which is $25, and your gas money and all that. Takes right around 40 to 50 hours probably to prepare a car for a night. Sometimes you can go down and not win anything. If you do win, so you can win quite a bit of money, up to, in your heat, $125, the feature pays $350 if you do win.
Feels great. Where are you going, Disneyland?
Usually they only last maybe 1 or 2 derbies, and if you're lucky you might get maybe 3 or 4, you know. The one car my boy had there, it was a good car. He put through the derby there 7 times, and it was amazing how that car stood up through all the punishment.
Some guys do it, some guys don't, but I've always done it. What I do is I put a hole down in the floor, and I look for the linkage off the transmission there. This linkage right here shifts the car, and that moves it forward and backwards. If you're out there and you get hit and all of a sudden something gets bent up around in here in the linkage, you can more or less pop this thing right off and just reach down here and shift that by hand if you wanted to. The car I'm setting up for here is my wife. She's gonna be running this car this coming Monday night down here at the Delaware County Fair. She missed out on it last year. She was pregnant with our 2nd child there, so here she is.
Tell you, camera shy. I started in the summer of '85. It's something I've always wanted to do, and my mom always had a fit about it. I was always to stay away from the derby cars. But when I met Gary in '84, I told him when it come to the fair next year I wanted to run. Surprised him a little bit.
I heard in church there, and all of a sudden it surprised me and my wife there. We're up there by the altar there, and all of a sudden the Reverend started talking about Demolition Derby.
One of the exciting things that I learned about, that I knew absolutely nothing about, in sharing with Karen and Gary, was about demolition derbies. Now you might think it's odd that I might mention demolition derbies here at a wedding. I'm a minister, I'm supposed to be talking about loftier things. But I want to talk about demolition derbies, because marriage is like a demolition derby. It really is. The purpose of marriage, like the purpose of a demolition derby, is to get through it as well as you can without getting too beat up in the process, right? But you know, when you're out there in the demolition derby that you're gonna get hit.
It was a real big surprise. Everybody thought that was neat, the way he put it into our marriage ceremony, because we've been together 10 years, and we've lived here for 7.5 years. We moved in November of '86, and we've got 2 kids, a little girl and a little boy. He sets them up, and I get in them and drive them.
I try to tell her what to do, but it don't do no good. She just says, I'm just going to go out there and do what I do, so.
Usually if I get hit, that makes me mad, and that's who I go after.
Last week, I don't know how many miles, we went quite a few miles to look for a car for her all over. I mean, you can't really look for one around here. I mean, Delaware County, I mean, you might as well forget looking for a car. And I found on some back road, some old guy had it, and he asked me if I was going to put it in the derby or wanted for a demo car.
You're not fixing to use this for a derby car, are you?
No, I've been looking around for a car for my wife to drive in the wintertime there. come up this road and I seen this was for sale there, and I just thought I'd see what you're trying to get out of it and to see what was wrong with it. It'd look like it would be a good car for her to drive in the wintertime.
Well, that's good. 3 of the 4 electric windows still work. Your wife will like that, I think.
I didn't tell him it was for the Derby. He asked me if I was going to put it in the Derby or wanted for a demo car, and more or less kind of BS'd him a little bit. Well, some people don't like to see their old cars running in the Derby, I guess. I would say, I don't know why. I mean, if they're selling them for that little amount of money, I mean, it would seem they wouldn't care what would happen to the car.
Way back when the Derby started, and I guess there's been Derbies, what, maybe 20 years anyway, girls were simply not involved in the Derby. If they did, they had what they called a powder puff. And when the first girls started running, it was like a joke. All the men just kind of made fun of them. You know, what are you going to do? How many hits are you going to get before you turn your car off and get scared? So having the girls come in and then actually stay with it and do well, the men have to back down a little bit.
The girls have been doing real well down here. We had a girl won the feature last year. There might be, what, 20 of us?
In the last 3 or 4 years, you've seen more and more women start to run the Derby down here now. There's been a little bit. I think you can see a lot more this year running than you have last year, even.
Women are better drivers than men.
No
We're better at crashing cars than they are.
The girls, they win a lot because the boys don't hit them as hard. Buddy.
Let's see. I suppose, but if the boys want to win, they want to win, so they want to hit whoever they can to get them out.
They get mad if a girl beats them, so they hit really hard on the girl. So they'll knock the girls out first, so that the girls won't win. So I think they really gang up on the girls harder. Like last year, when me and my friend Amy, they put us in the same heat. We were side by side. Everyone knows we're best friends. We were in the same heat, and out of 22 guys, we were the only 2 girls. She took first, and I took second.
She won her heat with her car. Her and one of her good friends were first and second in their heat. She got in the final, but they hadn't flagged her yet, and she got fortunate, and she was last car running. She won the whole shooting match down there Saturday night.
Yeah, a woman did win it down here last year.
She stuffed him.
She caught me off guard.
Yes, she did.
She more or less put her car in drive, and she just shoved me right up over the top of the guardrail. And
I was rooting for Amy.
that was the girl I lost to, Amy Moody.
Amy Moody.
I wasn't mad enough. I took second. I was happy. So.
You guys have a problem with it because women are there. That's their problem. I think that, I think more and more women are going to get involved in it, because especially around here, because it's a good time.
Well, it's not bad driving against the women, but driving against your little sister and she beats you, makes it different. It's kind of a way of living around here, especially in Delaware County. They all have a good time. They do, they enjoy it a lot. Their guys' wives, they get their wives to run it. I mean, everything. They do have, it's kind of a family thing.
If I had never seen a Derby before and I viewed one for the first time, I'd probably think these people were nuts. But I don't know, it's fun. It's fun. I was 16 when I first started my Derby. I wasn't supposed to be in it. You're supposed to have a signed waiver, and my mother wouldn't sign for me when I was 16. She ended up signing when I was 17. So when I was 16, my friend, he could run 2 nights. He signed up for Monday and Saturday night, I just sort of snuck in his car. Since that time, I've run probably for 14 years, 35 to 40 derbies, demolished about the same amount of cars. I've had a good time doing it. There's always your ups and downs. If you don't win, you're always a little depressed, but I've had a good time doing it. These are some of the trophies I accumulated. I used to live in this trailer, but now it's more or less just a trophy showcase.
Every year they have Best of Show, best painted car. And the 100th anniversary of the Delaware County Fair, I won that. But I don't know, I'm not gonna say I'm the one that got it started, but I'm the one that initiated it. So a lot of people are doing it now.
This is the second year that I've had the honors of doing Lisa's car for her. There's a lot of work involved in these paint jobs, but I enjoy doing them. It gives me something to do. It's very time consuming. The eagle that was on the trunk of the other car is all hand done. There's 54 hours in it. I enjoy doing the painting, and it doesn't bother me in the least to watch this car get demolished.
It's a lot of work for 5 minutes, it's destroyed. You know, it's over. But it's still just the fun of doing it, taking pictures of them, and then seeing what they look like afterwards. It's fun. I love it. I'll be doing it till I'm 60.
I don't know, I think most people would probably consider it silly. It's a waste of money, probably. You don't gain a whole lot from it except personal satisfaction, actually. Just the people that I work with in Connecticut, that it's only 4 hours away, you know, they just can't picture why I would be interested in doing something like that. I mean, there's a lot of negative connotations with country, but I think that it brings a lot of people together in this county that may never have otherwise. I mean, there's not, you know, people here work real hard, and most of them don't have a whole lot of money, and there's not a lot of entertainment. But this, you know, they can talk about it all year long, and their normal everyday life changes, you know, 2 days a year when the Derby comes around.
We have a lot of fun. We drink a lot of beer, have a lot of fun, that's all. It takes at least 2 cases of beer to get a car ready. There's no question about it.
Getting a car ready to be destroyed is time-consuming. You have to rip off all the moldings, take out all the glass so it won't shatter and hurt any spectators or drivers, and yank out everything you don't need that might catch fire, like the upholstery, the air conditioning, and extra wires. The gas tank has to be moved into the back seat area, so if you take a big hit, it doesn't explode, and all the doors, the trunk, and the hood have to be chained down so they don't pop open or fly off. To prevent injuries, all drivers' doors are painted white to warn others not to hit there. Violators can be disqualified, although they rarely are. Everyone has their secrets for preparing a Derby car, but whatever they do, they can reinforce the structure of the car, and it must pass a tough inspection with Vic beers.
Everybody tries something. Every once in a while they try to do something to get a little better car. We look for studded tires, wheel weights, but I think you're putting rubber packings up inside their shock so it stiffens the car up. People stuffing stuff down inside the doors to help protect, you know, strengthen the car up, putting concrete into it. We have 18 different rules, regulations that they have to follow before they can get onto the grounds.
After close inspection, a safety stick is attached to every car's door. A driver can break the stick at any time to signal that they are out of the race.
It doesn't get scary until the night before, like the morning of, or when you're sitting there waiting and you hear the other cars. I mean, a lot of drivers can still get sick. I mean, we know a lot of guys that run, that they get so scared they're sick before, and they've been running like 10, 11 years.
I feel like I have to go to the bathroom when I first get out there, but once you get out on the track, make the first hit, you forget about everything.
I get pretty nervous, a pretty tight knot in my stomach. I mean, I'm a lot more nervous actually, you know, that couple hours before I go into it than when I actually get in the lineup and get out on the track.
You never know what can happen. I mean, anything can happen in there. You could roll the car over, the car could blow up, you know, accelerators can get stuck, and I mean, anything can happen.
We got 5 minutes, basically, before that gate closes. Guys, I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna go down through the rules. I wanna make sure you understand. I know a lot of you guys are bored with this, but there's also some kids in here tonight that's never run before. There's gonna be 5 heats tonight. That's the way we normally do it. The last driver winning tonight will win first place, and that's $350. And the second place winner is gonna win $250. And then the best of show is gonna receive a trophy. The cars must start and make contact with another car within 30 seconds. Guys, I'm telling you, it's going to be a real hard job tonight, and I'm not looking to call anybody on sandbagging. But that doesn't mean that you can go down in the corner, you know, and sit there and take a little nap, because the heat's going to take a half hour, come back out and have a good time, win. And we don't give breathalyzer tests around here. You just get caught drinking alcohol. This is not an alcoholic sport, you know. Drinking beer goes to chasing women, not running derby cars.
125 cars are ready to be destroyed in 5 separate heats. The winners from these heats will compete for the grand prize in a championship derby at the end of the night. 2 of the veteran drivers in the first heat are number 17, Dave Moody, and number 44, Grady Hendrickson.
We're ready up on the top. I'm waiting for you. Give me a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, run on. Get them cars out here, boys. Put them together, back to back, and tail to tail. Put them in there, let's go. Let's go, crash them. Crash them, that's what we're here for. Let's go, turn them loose. Come on, Brady, hit somebody. Stop bagging.
Now the 5 cars still running. As the smoke clears, we can see there are 2 remaining cars. Number 44, Grady Hendrickson, and number 17, Dave Moody. Number 44 looks like he's in trouble. It looks like his linkage might be broken. He'll have to shift his car by hand if he wants to stay in the race. He has 30 seconds to get it moving. Dave Moody is giving him a good workover. Brady's on time. He has 10 seconds to get his car going. There are just 2 cars left running now. Here he goes. He's got it going. He's got it going. Brady's back in the race. Dave Moody's giving him a good broadside. Both cars are going for first and second place. They're back to back. It's anybody's heat now.
It's all over. There goes the drive shaft right on the ground. We got a winner.
A fine job. First place. The girl's got a nice check and a trophy. He gets a check for $150 and a nice trophy. Give him a hand. Number 2, Grady Hendrickson.
Among the 25 drivers competing against each other in the next heat are 2 more Moody brothers, Bob and Phil.
They're all friends till it comes the time that you line up in a heat. Then you're all enemies. And I'd been there before with one of my other brothers, not my brother Bob. I have been there before, and it's kind of like, it's hard. It's a hard situation. It's kind of like putting somebody, you know, you don't want to go out and start tearing the heck out of the person that you know the best. But I think if it came down to the 2 cars, I think me and him probably would hammer it out pretty hard.
No doubt in my mind, I agree. We'd hammer it out till the end, I'm sure.
Number 36, Bob Moody's been hit hard. He's up on the guardrail. It looks like he may be stuck. Down the 5 cars still running.
Here comes number 62, Phil Moody. He has some room to maneuver. We're down to 2 tough cars. Number 34, Mike Stone, and number 62, Phil Moody. They're battling it out for first place. Number 62, Phil Moody has been hit hard. He's in trouble. He's trying to keep his car going. There's a lot of smoke coming out of his car. It's backfiring. The heat is over. Number 34, Mike Stone takes first place, with number 62, Phil Moody taking second place.
Number 42, Karen Hendrickson, was one of the women in the third heat. Lisa Dibble was also in that heat with her good friend Amy Moody. Two of the drivers they have to watch out for are the rookie Peter Green and number 58, the veteran Billy Banks.
There are more and more women getting in the Derby. I know a few of them that are real good at it. If they're out there with us guys, there's no favoring. They get hit just as hard.
They hit much harder. I think girls, they gang up on girls. I think they don't, it all started out to be just a guy thing. Guys were in derbies, and now there's more girls going in every year, but I think they get mad if a girl beats them.
Number 107, Amy Moody, looks like she is in the thick of it. She is hemmed in. Number 18, Lisa Dibble, is going to work down at the far end. Karen Hendrickson is also down there. She is getting hit pretty hard. Number 58, Billy Banks, is stuck in the crowd. He's trying to smash and push his way out in open field. Moody is in the thick of it. Her car is taking a beating. She may be stuck. Looks like Amy Moody's out of this race. We're down to 10 big cars. Number 58, Banks, seems to be having radiator trouble. He's still hemmed in. Number 18 is still in the open field. She's pounding away. But it looks like she's in trouble. She's stalled out. We're down to 4 cars. Number 42, Hendrickson, is going strong against rookie driver number 27, Peter Green. Number 58, Bill Banks, takes a hit. He stalls out. He may be down. We're down to 3 tough cars. We're down to 2 cars. They're fighting for the finish. This heat is over. Karen Hendrickson takes first place.
Thank you.
Good job. $125 check. Thank you, baby.
Congratulations, Jen.
Philip, congratulations.
Both Phil and Karen won $125 in a trophy, and most importantly, a chance to compete one more time. As soon as their cars are cleared from the track, all first and second place winners from the evening's 5 heats quickly try to fix up their cars in the short time remaining before they're in the Derby, once again with a chance to win $350 in the final heat of the night, called the feature. Moody brothers will face off against each other in the feature. Phil is now driving his brother Bob's red sedan number 36, and Dave is still driving his big wagon. Karen Hendrickson also qualified for the feature, as did her husband Grady. His station wagon was beyond repair, so he's competing against his wife and the other drivers in number 23.
She keeps saying that she wishes she'd be in the same heat with me, so I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe next year might be my last, because I like to find just two exact same cars and hopefully be in the same heat, and then we'll see who's better out of the two. I always told her you better be hanging on, because you end up in the back seat if I hit you, so.
No. He sandbags too much. Don't you? They just kind of like go down in the corner and sit there for a little while. Just kind of, you know, move back and forth. Nothing major, no big hits. Just touch and go.
Comes Grady, the yellow sedan, number 23, who seems to be avoiding his white. He takes a good shot by number 109, Buzzy Boyce. Phil Moody is stuck at the far end. Number 42, Henderson, is getting going. She sees an open track. Cars are jockeying for position. The Moody brothers are also avoiding each other. Grady is being pushed upon the rail. He may be out of it. They're down to 6 tough cars. They're pounding away. She's on the guardrail. Karen Hendrickson is stuck. Now we're down to 5 tough cars. Number 36, Phil, is taking a beating. He's been hit hard. He may have stalled out. He has stalled out. He may be out of the heat. We're down to 4 tough cars. Number 17, Dave Moody, is going wild. Look at those cars battling it out. They're fighting for first place in the $350 purse. We're down to 3 tough cars. Look at them hammering away. They're going at each other. I'm amazed that they can still move. Still going strong. Number 109, Buzzy Boyce.
Dave was in the final heat Saturday night after he won his own big station wagon heat, which is a tough heat to win anyway. And his second or third hit, Dave really likes to hit out there. His belly over top of the transmission bent up and stuck the gas pedal about half, 3/4 of the way down, and that's where it was for the entire Derby. And he ended up winning, but the car never went to idle. It just, it was half or 3/4 throttle all the way through the Derby.
David, congratulations on a fine job, Dave. Here's a check for $350 and there's a trophy. Give him a nice hand, Dave Mooney. How about that? What a nice job.
90% luck, 10% skill.
But I've heard of people breaking their arms and being knocked out in the derbies.
You should just go in and run. It's fun.
I'd rather go out on the track and smash a car than I would going down the highway.
Never really thought what another country would think of something like this if they come in here and watch. I bet they'd be kind of amazed.
They'd probably think we were all crazy.
Yeah, they probably would. They probably think we were all crazy.